Welcome to Community Conversations. I am Queen Miss Ebony J. You're listening and watching 1230 The Buzz, your talk station, 101.1 The Wiz, and 100.3 Cincy's R&B station. So glad to be here. Another week of Community Conversations. And today I'm excited. If you've never listened to Community Conversations before, this is where we get to talk about what's happening in our community and how nonprofit organizations are making a difference. Today, I'm excited. I got two people in here with me today, a king and a queen. The queen is Tammie Larkins, here representing CState, Cincinnati State. What's going on?
Hey, Miss Queen Ebony J. Thank you for having us.
Oh, yes, it's a pleasure. I got Jordan Johnson in the building too. What's going on, King?
Afternoon.
It's always great linking up. Glad to have you both here representing Cincinnati State. And I know there's so many things happening at the top. You know, we at the top of the year, the new year, right? Everybody is ready to achieve their goals, level up. This is our year and our season for winning. So talk to us about how we can win with Cincinnati State and some of the great things that you all have to offer.
Thank you again, Miss Queen Ebony J, for having us. We are super excited to be sitting here with you today. And thank you for giving us this opportunity to tell about what we do here at Cincinnati State. Jordan and I are part of a program called CState Accelerate. It's a proven program where we help students mitigate barriers to get to their educational journey, whether that's their associate degree or gaining some credentials along the way to get them to the workforce. And I'll let Jordan take it from there.
So the CState, we're on fire here at Cincinnati State. The CState Accelerate program is just one of those where if you're Pell Grant eligible, you can get into the program. So, you know, the Pell Grant eligible is a title that the government gives you, but titles are for fun people. So we want all fun people and CState Accelerate.
Yeah, so talk about that. If I want to come to Cincinnati State and I get the Pell Grant, I apply for it, then now I can come to your Accelerate program that's going to help me get my bachelor's program or receive my associates.
Yeah, so let me back the bus up just a little bit because I am a former admissions staff member as well. So to get in Cincinnati State, two very easy steps. You apply to the college at www.cincinnati-state.edu. In the search, you can just put apply. I think it's down at the bottom. But after that, you send us any and all transcripts. So if you come from high school, we just need your high school transcript. It doesn't matter how long ago it was. If you have a GED, that's even easier. You can submit those GED scores. We need the actual transcripts. And if you've gone to a college but didn't quite finish, we would love to have those transcripts as well, because you don't want to repeat something you successfully taken already. So that's A. Once you're into the college and you fill out your FAFSA, the government determines whether or not you are Pell eligible, like an algorithm, many criteria. We have financial aid experts on staff to help people with financial aid process, because it can be daunting if you have never completed it before.
Yeah.
But it's a government. And so you go and you can just Google fafsa.ed.gov. And when you fill that out, it will ask you a series of questions. Are you under the age of 24? Have you ever been awarded to the state? Are you married? Do you have children you take care of more than 50% of the time? And then you have to show documentation of your salary that you had over the past couple of years. So with that information, the government takes it and puts in all the necessary criteria and say, okay, this is how much money we'll give you to go to college. The Pell amount, the free amount, is over $6,000, right? But as we all know, if you choose a $30,000, $40,000 institution, $6,000 or $6,800 is not going very far.
Right.
So the community college, that Pell money stretches out a lot further. So with that being said, once you're some form of Pell eligible, you could be eligible for $1 of that Pell amount. You just have to be some form of Pell eligible. So say if you're only eligible for $1,000, CState Accelerate will cover that remaining tuition. We call it filling in the gaps for tuition. We'll cover that gap in tuition. Now, the beauty of it is, as a student, you won't have to take out any student loans.
Okay.
It's possible, very possible, and students are doing it, to graduate from Cincinnati State without owing any student loans to the government or any private loans or any kind of loans. In addition, you go to the bookstore, you say, I'm with CState Accelerate, we cover the cost of books.
What?
any fees that aren't covered by your Pell, CState Accelerate pays for those fees. So we want to ensure that we are removing not just educational barriers. And this is where Jordan comes in, because the biggest part about CState Accelerate, not in a braggadocious kind of way, but you get us. You don't have to figure things out on your own. You don't have to go it alone. You have resources. We connect you with community resources. We connect you with our tutoring center. We connect you with our writing center. We connect you with our career center. So you don't have to figure things out. You don't have to wonder, well, I don't know who to talk to about this. My situation may be a little different. We are here to help you navigate that process.
Oh yeah, because going to college is just, it's life changing, right?
Yeah,
You were
yeah.
a kid, now you're what is that, transitioning into adulthood for real.
Yeah.
So everything about your life is totally under your control, and that can be really overwhelming. We need people like Miss Tammie Larkins and Jordan Johnson to assist us. I know when I was,
I knew that was gonna happen.
What? Because she was froze for so long.
Once he froze, I'm like, it's over.
Yeah, I don't know how we're still on.
I know. But yeah, hopefully she got enough. I feel like that's enough. That was a great 2 minutes. We didn't cut off.
I did talk a lot, didn't I?
Yeah, we didn't cut off until she started talking. So she got some good audio.
I'm texting her. Yeah, because she was frozen for a long time.
Like right when we start answering questions, I'm like,
oh no, technology.
Yeah, she ain't been at the station for a while.
Oh.
They be doing this from the crib.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so one time, so they had, me and Tiana did a Ebony J thing, and then we went up to the radio station. But one of our at the radio station, we had to rush back to 708 to do the interview.
Oh wow.
It says we're still recording. I don't know which part we stopped at. It's a storm. I heard the wind.
Storming?
I heard the wind going crazy.
Oh.
Off the internet, because I'm looking at you all, but you all are frozen on my screen.
See, you were frozen for us before you dropped off. You were completely frozen.
Yeah.
So now we may drop off since we're frozen.
Okay, well, I jumped on here, but I want to make sure we were recording, because that's the biggest part. I didn't want to the recording part.
Right.
So come back in because I'm professional. But I just wanted to we was good. Like,
right.
The internet is crazy. Technology. People don't even know what we be going through. And more people are catching on to technology. So I don't even know if technology can equip to even handle how many people are like really jumping on it. Cause I've been experiencing so many technical problems in the last 3 weeks. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know how technology is feeling about everybody on. We might need to break.
Yeah.
So to hold your time, because y'all busy now. Look, I'm about to miss my time block with y'all. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can jump back in. Where was I at?
You were talking about just how crazy school was as a kid. I mean, the transitions from being a teen to adulthood and having to be accountable for yourself.
Miss Bonds, you're gonna have to go upstairs with that. I'm recording. You can't have a call while I'm having a call. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
There we go.
Are you over what's the name?
No, I'm at my home office, but and she's making calls too. So I'm sure like she knew I'm recording, so we can't do it right now.
Oh, that purple wall look like Don. That's where I thought you was at.
That's my colors too. I was there early.
Okay.
But no, I remember being in school 3, 2, 1. That's crazy because it's such a blessing to have people like Miss Tammie Larkins and Jordan Johnson who can support you in times of being in school. It is hard at transitioning to adulthood and now balancing all these new things and learning what's right, what to do. it's truly a blessing to have them. Now, talk to me, you all, because one of the things I love that you all said is that you don't have to worry about the financial barriers of books, of fees, of classes. So I know that, being in school, I had 2 jobs and work, I worked in 2 jobs on campus. So that was always a big struggle. What do you find now, Mr. Jordan, is a new barrier or something that keeps them, because now they don't have that barrier?
It's the time commitment. That's one thing that I've really come down to. But like I said, I'm an accountability partner. I'm trying to sell success. That's what we're doing over here. And what we do is we have these things at Cincinnati State. I don't want to get too deep into our routine over here, but we got something called Starfish. And when the professor raised those flags, we're getting on the phone and we're saying how we can help you finish that role and make it through your academic journey. And one thing I did not want to overlook, you talked the big part about the fees and stuff like that. Cincinnati State has a lot of great programs like auto service technology, Culinary Institute, and also we got some great accounting classes. Like we had a student here the other day, and she came in here. One of the requirements for her class was Intuit TurboTax. We had my peer was like, I don't know if it's Intuit TurboTax. We looked on the syllabus, and she in fact needed Intuit TurboTax. So when we say the fees, it seems like a small, minute thing, but we're covering a lot of ground, and we're trying to get you graduated successfully, affordably. And we say affordably, we mean free.
Which is a blessing. That's why I said, where were these programs when I was in school?
Seriously.
Miss Tammie, I'm jealous. I'm still paying off these loans.
Me and you both. I'm jealous too.
Hey, come on, do your thing, President Biden. Look.
For real. Is it hard to, because it sounds like all I need is this Pell Grant eligibility. Once I have that, I can come to your office and steps kind of move from there, right?
Yeah, the only other 2 stipulations that are pretty important are you must maintain full-time, which is a lot, because 12 credit hours don't sound like a lot, but truthfully, when you're in class, what is the rule of thumb? For every 1 credit hour, you plan on additional 3 to 6 credit hours, 3 to 6 hours in addition. So it's really full time. So if you're a single mom and you have some children, it comes down to some really good time management. And we have people on campus that assist in those areas as well. There was one other point I was trying to make. Jump in, Jordan.
Yeah, like I said, it's a great program. One of the other things that we like to sell is that our room here. I know you've been seeing a lot of confusion in the background. A lot of students. We're over here. We like to be a resource ourselves. So anything that you need help with, you can come in, throw it on the wall. If it's thick, we'll help you. That's one of the things we're prideful of, is just being a resource to the kids. And like Tammie said, this is a commuter campus. So one of the biggest things that we have to do is realize that life never stops when you come to Cincinnati State. So we're good at helping out with those little odd things. Like I had somebody come in and they was 24 and they taking care of their siblings. That's something big, and she's still trying to do school full time. So that's one of the things we're working with, is helping you jump those hurdles that you're going through in life while at the same time going through school.
Yeah. And
it came back to me. I'm sorry, Queen.
No, you're good. No, I'm just saying that's the biggest part that I learned from being in school, was that people didn't have support. I was blessed to have a mom. I was blessed to have a dad or a grandparent or different people that could have helped me with things, but they don't have that. So just to be saying, we get a Jordan Johnson, we get a Miss Tammie who now can support us, that's the win.
Yeah. And we tell them we're family. Now we love out loud on purpose. We tell them it's like we have a little standing joke in our office. It's like a gang. You're in with us now.
Gang them, you hear me?
We are going to be here with you to the end. But the other criteria, I didn't want to, I'd be remiss if I didn't say Pell eligibility, good financial aid standing, have fewer than 24 credit hours. They have to have 24 or fewer credit hours, meaning if they left high school, dabbled at UC Blue Ash or wherever, and they have accumulated, because the data shows that those first couple of semesters is when people start to realize that, oh, this is tough, I can't do it. So those are the people that need us the most. So you have to have 24 of your credit hours. And then the last one is they must be in an approved associate degree, because we do have a lot of healthcare programs that, for example, diagnostic medical sonography, it does take more than 3 years to finish. So our goal is to, like Jordan said, is to get you out quickly and affordably. And by doing that, you go full time. But a lot of our health programs have competitive components. You may only get in once a year. There's a point system when it comes to a lot of them. So we do have some program exclusions, and certificates are not included. However, even with all of that said, we have so many students because part of our vision was to build community, because on a community college, we have commuters, so they come and go. But here we have built a great community of students and family and friends. And why does this keep happening? So we want them to be in our office. Jordan, where in the heck was I going with that one?
Hey, we're a great resource, and we love having the students on campus. We love having students in our office on campus. That's one of the biggest things. Like we may fraternize, we may play around, but one thing we do is we graduate. So that's one of the biggest things that we do here.
Yeah. Thank you, Jordan. You're always coming in to save me. I don't know why I'm getting older. I haven't eaten. I don't know why I keep losing my train of thought.
That's why you need your water, you need your vegetables.
Tell her Miss Ebony J, she gotta be tight on the info, or she wouldn't have been a C5 beat. No,
Real. I mean, I think it's important. I want to run back because you said something about the program, and I didn't want anybody to get confused. There's programs, there's certificates and certifications. However, to be a part of CStart, you have to be approved for a program that's going to get you an associate degree. Am I following you correctly?
Correct.
Yes. And also some associates come with a certificate, but the biggest thing, you got to be in the associates program. But sometimes you may receive a certificate, like the auto service technology, you're going to get a certificate along the way while you're receiving your associates.
So you'll come out with 2 credentials.
Like that. And then something that you said earlier that I kind of got confused on is about the credit hours. So I have to already have credit hours?
No.
In order, if I am coming with credit hours, and this may be a possibility, then there has to be a limit of a certain amount of credit hours in order to enter into the program?
Yes, and I thank you for backing that up, and so we can provide some clarity with that. If by chance somebody graduated high school and went on to accumulate a few credit hours, we just want you to know you have to have 24 or fewer. So you can't come with another associate degree. Is it because we do have that at a community college? Some people come and get another associate degree, or they want to come and add on a certificate or something like that. So if you come from high school, you're golden. You just do our application, you fill out the FAFSA, get your high school transcript. For those who have experienced college, you must have 24 or fewer credit hours. Does that help clarify?
Yes, ma'am, that does. If you just tuned in, this is Community Conversations on 1230 The Buzz, your talk station, 101.1 The Wiz, and 100.3 Cincy's R&B station. I am Queen Miss Ebony J. It's a pleasure to be here speaking with Miss Tammie Larkins and Jordan Johnson, who is here representing Cincinnati State CStart program. The whole goal is to make sure that you see success and you don't just enroll into college, but you graduate. And they understand that it is so hard when you're trying to have that financial obligation. So if you are eligible for a Pell Grant, guess what? You can be eligible for CStart. And all you need is to be eligible. Once you're eligible, you take the paperwork to the CStart office, and they're able to see again where you will lie and what the opportunities may be and what money and resources you can get. Did I say that right?
Well, go ahead, Jordan.
I'm not gonna lie, I like CStart, but we CState Accelerate, but the CStart, that when you come here, you start at CState, so it could be CStart. Okay. So thank you for coining something, Miss Ebony J.
There we go. So it's the CState program.
CState Accelerate.
CState Accelerate.
CState Accelerate, and the whole goal is to help you accelerate through the program. Boom. There we go.
Like you said, not just start, but finish. Many people start college. We want to see you walk across that stage, because education is the one thing that we all know that can change the trajectory of our lives. So not only do we want you to come in, we want to see you walk across the stage and leave here with a credential or 2.
Well, you know, people think you don't need a college education anymore. They say it's not no value there. What do you all say about that? Because I still tell them education is very important. It's much needed. You may sit next to people who didn't have the same level of education from you, and that doesn't mean that they're any less than you, but it does give you a different perspective on when you're working in the field with other people. I see things different because I went to college and I learned things a college way versus they didn't teach you time management if you go to a trade school. They don't teach you how to write emails when you go to a trade school. They don't teach you professional interviewing and like the professional, like those things I feel like I got because I went to a college and I got education. But let me know, what are your thoughts?
Jordan, do you want me to go first? Or do you want to go first?
I'll go first. Well,
Okay.
it's basically, achievement in every field of human endeavor. So what's the deal with not, accomplishing everything? Most of our elected officials and most of the people that has a say in policy, these people are college educated. One of the biggest gaps that I see is that, is knowing, it's resources out here we don't even take advantage of them. So coming to college, you may not be a college person, but guess what? If you're a finisher, you're a college student. That's one of the biggest things that people get concerned with is, not being able to tackle the task or making the mountain bigger than it is. If you take college one day at a time, it's easy. You can easily finish it. So that's one of the things that people get scared about is the commitment, the time commitment, and what you'll have to do to finish. Just be here every day and show up, because you can't fake showing up. But you can fake caring, but you can't fake showing up.
Gotta say, make sure you show up and be in front of the class. My teachers used to get tired of seeing me, my hand going up as soon as they finish talking. I'm asking a question, even if I'm saying back what you just said, I just think I'm here and I'm listening.
Yeah. I want to add on to that. I have two schools of thoughts on this. If you're young and you're a senior in high school and you're thinking about your next steps, a couple of things is Miss Queen Ebony J applied for a position and she has her master's degree, and I applied for the same position and I have my GED or my high school diploma. Miss Queen Ebony J is going to get picked every single time because it shows her commitment. It shows that she had the tenacity. She persevered. So that is the first thing. Now, as a champion for education, I will say I am a champion for post-secondary plan. And what do I mean when I say that? If you are not planning, how does it go? If you are failing to plan, you are planning to fail. So if you don't have a post-secondary plan, do I think college can play a part in that? Absolutely. Do I believe in apprenticeships and going to the workforce? Absolutely. But the difference is years ago, and I'll use my husband as an example, he's been on his job a good 34 years. But years ago, you could land a decent paying salary, a livable wage, and climb your way up the ladder. And this economy we're living in, it's almost unheard of anymore. So when you're the last person in, the first one booted out. And then you're going to be standing in an unemployment line, figuratively, like everything is online now, and without a credential. So you'll be job to job to job. To get on a career path, you have to have some credentials behind your name, period, point blank. Not knocking any jobs, but if you want to be working in Target or you want the minimum paying jobs, that's fine. You can exclude college. But if you want a career, like Jordan and I get to wake up every single day doing something that we absolutely love. So typically that will require some form of education, some form of credential. And that's where we want to see our.
Every time you talk about what you do, you start smiling. And I tell people, you got to have a job that just gives you that glow.
Yes.
When you pull up to Wendy's, you can see when you go to Longhorn, you can see when you're at establishments and they hate what they do. And it's like, dang, you didn't ruin my whole day. Just give me the hamburger,
Give it to me. Can I get one salt, please, ma'am? Thank you.
But it's about when you're going and you're trying to get assistance at a government job, or, just think about the way people greet you.
Yeah.
You know what people are going through. So we want to make sure in this world that we live in, whoever's listening today, make sure that you are doing something that you love, because that will help you accelerate.
I want to steal a quote from Steve Harvey. He said, "A job is what I get paid for, but a career is what I'm made for."
You hear me?
Your gift will make room for you. Yeah.
Yes.
So you have a natural God-given talent, and you are supposed to be doing something in this earth. That's the
Yes.
first step. You start with the end in mind. So if you want to wake up every day doing something you love, tap into your God-given gifts. And
Yes.
so, yeah, my all of my degrees are in education. I absolutely love the field of education. I know education can do for people, especially people of color. You know,
Yes.
education can make a difference. We have a young man that Jordan has become really close with that shared his message to the team was, and don't quote Jordan, help me if I mess it up, but his message to the team was, you all have shown me that life was more than the streets.
Right. Right.
Am
It's-
I right, Jordan?
Yep, and the positivity you getting from coming to college and being around. This guy's from Avondale. Shout out to the A. But this guy's from Avondale, and you know, positivity is rare when you have people just been there for 10 years. I'm from there, and the people been doing the same thing since before I got my college degree. You know, if you wake up without a plan, you feel it, you failing. You know, that's one of the things that we introduce them to is, you know, to be here, you got to earn here, because Cincinnati State is fun. Once you get to walking around the campus, you see these friendly faces, but that's one part of it. You got to come here and really want to do the school part. When he came to Cincinnati State, he wasn't really doing the school part. He was just doing the social part. So that's one thing that we didn't got him down pat is doing the school part.
And
Yes.
part of Jordan's job is, as a triage coordinator, what we do is we sit down and help you with your plan. What are my obstacles? Am I staying up late? Am I hanging out too much? You know,
Yeah.
am I putting in my study time? Because nobody's going to hand you a degree. You can think community college, it may not be, you know, they are in for a rude awakening. It's college. Make no mistake about it. And
Yeah.
when we say full-time, it is full-time. So as a triage coordinator, you have, like Jordan said, I love that, Jordan, accountability partner, and say, okay. And so then when we see you, you come in and you know, we can say, hey, how's it going? You can pee on our leg and tell us it's raining if you want to, but when we get those flags and see that you're not doing that well, we're like, hey, because you don't want to waste your time and your resources like that. You know, we want to help you leave here better than what you came.
That's what it's all about. You hear it, CState Accelerate. And can we enroll now? Is this program always open all year long? Do we have a certain time? And then where do we go if we're interested and we want to enroll?
Love it, love it, love it. CincinnatiState.edu to start your application process. Very easy. Our application takes less than 10 minutes. And then submit those transcripts. Upon that, you're admitted. To get in contact with our office, our number is 513-569-4900. Again, our number to CState Accelerate is 513-569-4900. And you can also find our video and more about CState Accelerate at www.cincinnatiState.edu/CState Accelerate.
Head on over, get the details. If you're considering school, you know the fall is coming. Maybe you're enrolling. Maybe you want to do it in the end of the year. It's okay. They are here 24/7, available to support you, and want to make sure that you see your goals through in 2023. Thank you both again for coming and taking the time out to come and talk about the CState Accelerate program. Yes, you have one more thing to add?
I do. I apologize. I failed to mention that our summer classes start May 15th. So it's not too late. It is not too late to get going. You don't have to wait to fall. So check us out. And if you want to speak to us directly, my direct number is 513-569-1825. And I am Tammie Larkins. And Jordan's, what's your direct number, Jordan?
My extension is 4900, so it's the number she gave out earlier with extension 4900.
Awesome.
Boom. If you have any more questions, we're also going to put this up on our website. You can log on to any of them to get more details. Again, this is Community Conversations, giving you the details about CState Accelerate. That's here to support you and make sure you accelerate and finish to the end of your degree. If you want to learn more details, head on over to our website. We'll be back with more Community Conversations right here on 1230 The Buzz, your talk station, 101.1 The Wiz, and 100.3 Cincy's R&B station.